It is Thursday, right?
It is Thursday.
And it is our thoughts, but I decided as a Rhett and Link fan, I liked the idea of us being Rosemary and Laura. Although they call it Good Mythical Morning, I guess we need to come, they're not really the Rhett and Link show, but I think of them as the Rhett and Link show. So we're the Rosemary and Laura show. So here we are. And we've got some fun, things for you today. And where did you want to start, Laura?
I think, well, we're talking about Mother's Day. Since last week, we've been talking about Mother's Day.
That we have.
And we saved the glamorous Mother's Day gifts from Voyagers for our Thursday.
Yeah, we love Voyagers. They are, well, they are my personal favorite as far as jewelers. I have, well, sentimental reasons. My ring is, my wedding bands are from Voyagers and my husband's, and then my oldest son got his wedding ring and his wife's rings there, and then my second born got his bride's there, and Laura got hers there.
Yep.
So,
I'm wearing my sapphire that my husband bought me before we were married, before we knew we were having all September babies, and September would be perfect. And I'm wearing some earrings that he bought me for Christmas one year, and my wedding ring, my husband's wedding ring from Voyagers. We've been shopping there for a long time, and we love them. They make everything there. Yes. They also do repairs there, which is really awesome.
They have, you know what, they do something simple for a lot of our customers when they love a pair of post earrings or pierced ears, and they don't have pierced ears. We send them over to Voyager, and they turn them into clip earrings for them, which is a super handy dandy service that they have. So we're big fans, big fans of them, so it does seem appropriate that they're kind of our last go-to before Mother's Day. So let's show you some of the stuff that they sent us. I was going to wear this. I thought that this necklace would have been really great with this outfit, actually, but I didn't put it on. We left it on display there. And let's check out what that one is. That one is that the Australian Boulder Opal?
That's the Australian Boulder Opal, which is really fun to say.
It is fun to say, and the best opals come from Australia, don't they? Or is it? I feel like I've heard that before, but anyways, as you can see, lavender and browns, touch of blue, and it has right here, I don't know if you can see it right up there, there's a blue zircon that is there, and just to accent that a little bit, 14 karat yellow gold.
It's yellow gold around the blue zircon,
okay.
But everything else is it white gold?
It doesn't. Let's see. Yellow gold, it says.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So there we go. Beautiful opal necklace.
This.
Lots of moms would like that out there.
Yep. I would be okay with that being my Mother's Day gift.
Absolutely. And let's see, what's this one?
The freshwater pearls.
With a gold clasp. It's 18 inches long, which is a nice length that is going to look good on pretty much everyone.
This would be really pretty if you had a champagne wedding dress and you wanted your jewelry to not be just simple.
Yes. Well, and I'm assuming that anything you see here, if you loved the idea but wanted a different color combination,
yes,
they would totally make something for you. And something that's very cool about Voyagers is just because things are custom doesn't actually mean that they are more expensive. They are just different. And so I can attest to that because we have all of our rings and everything have been custom. They certainly haven't been more expensive than other places. They have just been unique and beautiful and something that people comment on continually. So the freshwater pearls, and then they did the matching earrings and with the gold. I have always wanted a mother's ring myself, and maybe one day I'll get one. This one is really cool. Are these both? These would both be. I actually think that this would be. That would look really nice next to my other mother's or my wedding set, don't you think? They'd have to get a little creative for me. This one has 4 stones. I have 7 children. I would need a few more stones worked in. I have no doubt that they could do that in case any of my family is watching. That is pretty cool and a dream of mine to have a mother's ring from Voyagers, no lie.
And they did point out that any of the stones can be changed to be appropriate for...
Right.
Since I have 3 sapphire birthdays, can put 3 sapphires in there. That'd look lovely.
That would look lovely. This one is a little bit more contemporary in its design. Also awesome. I really just want to wear all their rings. They're just very, very fun. This sterling silver bracelet
Yeah, I've been oohing and ahhing over that. My
Yeah.
mother has a gold link bracelet that she bought from Voyagers a few years ago that I eye up all the time when she wears it, and this would be lovely for me.
It is really cool, and I might botch it up, but this is the type of bracelet that you can actually, the type of clasp that you can actually put on yourself. You know, a lot of bracelets you can't.
I got that on myself earlier.
I did too.
I was wearing it earlier.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it would make a nice charm bracelet too.
Yeah.
If you know a graduate, I would think this would be a lovely graduation gift, along with some charms.
Yeah. So yeah, fine jewelry, custom jewelry. They're also great for animal lovers. They have a lot of great animal-based jewelry that they've designed there.
Yep.
That they do really well with. So anyways, check Voyager out across the street. They've been around for a long time. Very, very trustworthy and just awesome quality. So
yeah,
yay.
Love Voyagers. So tonight we're going to talk about seamstresses, and I've gotten some advice from Mary Jo, who works here, who in her spare time, and she works 5 days a week for us, but in her spare time, she does do alterations, and she gave me some really, really, really good advice. So the first one she said is when you come to your fitting, she's always surprised people forget to bring their shoes or their undergarments.
Shoes and undergarments are really key. And something that we were just discussing before we went live was the fact that you won't always know what undergarments that you'll need once you've shopped for your dress. So that's a really good thing to determine when you come and try your dress on for the first time at our store. So the first time you try on your dress is not a fitting. It is just seeing that everything is as it should be. And then you make appointments for your alterations after that. But at that appointment is a really great time to determine if you need what type of undergarments you need. You might find out that your back is a little lower than you remembered, and that's important to know when you're shopping for a dress. Or you may find out that you don't need a bra at all,
or you need a 2-inch heel and not a 1.5-inch heel.
Exactly.
And so, yeah, that's what you'll do when you first try on your dress the first time after it arrives.
Yes.
So you don't have a fitting right away. But when you do have that fitting, make sure that the shoes that you're bringing with aren't close to what you're going to wear, that they are what you're going to wear.
Yes. The actual shoes that you will wear on your wedding day.
And that you've worn them a few times so you know they feel good. I'm not saying you have to break them in ahead of time, but you want to know that they feel good rather than putting them on, having a fitting, and then wearing them a little bit and going, ugh, these don't feel good. I'm going to pick a lower heel, and then you have to hem your dress again.
Yes.
Also, when it comes to bras, make sure they're the right size. We can guide you. Couture in Madison is a store we send a lot of people to for the right bra. We do have some bras in stock, but there are really great bra stores that we can help you find too.
Yes.
All right, advice number 2, it's never too soon to contact your seamstress. And when you talk to them, share with them right away in that first phone call any plans you have for changing. You know, perhaps you're on a diet that you're already down 10 pounds and you're going to be down another 20. Or if you plan on changing the dress. Some people take a strapless dress and they add straps. And if you don't tell your seamstress that in that first, because that might not be their cup of tea. They might be someone who likes to do alterations, but they don't like to do customizations.
It is really important to know that every tailor, every seamstress has different areas of specializing that they really enjoy and really love doing, and that like we offer a great list of tailors all over the area so that you can choose who's closest to you, and or if maybe someone specializes in something, you'll want to seek them out, and we'll be able to guide you with that a little bit too. But that's important in that phone call, that first conversation that you have with them, because they are not all the same. They are individuals like any other artist, almost like hairdressers and people like that. There are some people who are great with updos and some people who aren't. And there are going to be tailors who love custom work and thrive on that, and there are others who they're all about making that dress just fit you perfectly without the custom work. And so getting to know them a little bit, seeing how your personalities mesh, that's something that you can kind of determine over the phone as well.
Yeah. Some advice that Mary Jo didn't have, but that I had, is that sometimes, I don't know how that's true because I alter lots of my clothes, a bride has never seen a seamstress or a tailor in her life. I don't think your wedding dress should be the first thing they ever alter for you. I always say get to know them by having them hem a pair of pants, having them take up a strap on a party dress. Have them do something ahead of time so you see if your personalities mesh.
Yeah, that's really good advice. I think I've heard you say that before, and I think that we have seen people do that very thing, and it's worked out really, really well for them. And then you feel good that you've already had experience with this person before they start working on the most important garment that you will ever wear.
Right.
Yeah.
Another piece of advice that Mary Jo gave me is time frame. Each seamstress varies on how much time they need, and we're not always aware of the different times of year that seamstresses are busy. Anyone who had a May or a June or has a June wedding knows that the seamstresses these last couple months have been swamped with prom, just swamped with prom. There's hundreds of girls going to prom. Thousands. I mean, if you think of just girls. Like La Follette High School.
Yeah.
And 400 girls going to prom. That's a lot of people going to the seamstress all at the same time. So certain times of year they need more time, certain times of year they need less time. But again, each seamstress is different, so talk to them about that so that you know where they're at. All right, I've got a second page of advice. We got some good advice here on alterations.
See, alterations is just one of those things that is just kind of a mysterious thing to a lot of people out there, which is why we felt like it was something important to talk about, because even though we don't offer them here through Premier Couture, and I just want to share for a moment that is very much on purpose on our part. The reason why we have a network of tailors that we refer our customers to rather than doing it in-house is because we feel like it can be a conflict of interest. And we know that there are other places that would definitely disagree with that. But we have no motivation at all to have a dress not fit you when it comes in. I mean, we want a dress to fit you as well as it possibly can straight from the designer. And we have nothing to gain if it doesn't. And so financially benefiting from tailoring and alterations and those types of things is just something that we keep separate from us, so that we just always know that our integrity is unquestionable in that area.
Another piece of advice Mary Jo had is it's not a one and done. It may take a few appointments to get your dress alter ready. And sometimes it takes just one more, you know? A great seamstress is going to be really picky if that hem, even one layer, is just a little too long. And I know we experienced that here last night. One of the brides came for a final with Mary Jo, and she was sharing with me today. It's just that one layer was just a little too long. And so she took it back one more time, and so we'll have one more fitting.
Yeah, because you don't want to feel rushed or like you have to compromise. Definitely on your wedding day, you want to feel like you're going to step into your gown. It's going to look like it was made for you, and compromise and rushing work against that, I would say. So definitely allow yourself more than one visit.
This was really great advice too. Appointments take time. Marking a hem can sometimes, depending on the dress, take like 45 minutes to mark just the hem. So you're going to be standing on a box or a pedestal for 45 minutes, and you're going to be standing fairly still. So make sure that you have eaten. Make sure that you're well hydrated.
Probably use the restroom, I'm guessing.
Use the restroom ahead of time.
Yep, ahead of time.
Mary Jo doesn't recommend, when you're having those first couple fittings, having someone there who you're going to talk to a lot. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but we talk with our hands, and then our hem swishes and swerves and drives the seamstress crazy. So when you're there, not that you can't talk to your friend, but you're going to have to stand fairly still, not like a statue, but fairly still, for about 45 minutes. So it's not a time to go, what am I going to do with my hair? Because the moment you lift up your hands, your dress goes up.
Right.
So you can't.
You're not going to be talking about your shoes. You're not. Nope. You're not going to be doing any of those things because you got to keep your eyes straight forward and. Yeah, that's excellent advice. And something to know ahead of time.
Yeah. Bring a friend, but it's not a time to have a whole conversation. Set your body goal. If you feel like you need to change, we know you don't need to change because you're perfect just the way you are.
Yes, you are.
But if you feel like you're going to change, set your goal. And once you see the seamstress, you're done. No more losing. Yeah. You know, we can't always help it.
Right.
But try to like set your goal and then start your alterations once you're at your goal.
That's again just really good advice, and we do just want our one thing that we like to have people keep in mind, like when they're choosing size and thinking about those things and possibly wanting to change their body before their wedding is, while we would definitely want you to believe that you are beautiful the way you are valuable the way you are, you do not have to change. But also when choosing your dress, you want to make sure that you are in control, not the dress. Want that to be in control.
All right. And my last piece of advice is who to bring with you.
Oh.
At your last fitting, you're going to learn how to do your bustle. So bring your personal attendant. Bringing your mom, bringing your best friend, your bridesmaids, that's great. But your personal attendant is probably going to be that person who's doing your bustle. So if you can bring her to that last fitting, most seamstresses at that last fitting, they're going to teach you someone else how to put you in your dress. They're going to teach you how to lace it or button or anything that needs to be done. And they're going to teach you how to do the bustle. So that was the last piece of advice.
It's all good stuff. If you have any questions about alterations that we did not cover, we would love it if you would shoot those to us, because we certainly would be happy to answer them within the comments. And if we get enough other questions, even if people just talking in person, if we find out more, obviously this is something that we'd be willing to talk to you again about. It's a big deal, and we want you to feel total confidence going into the process so that you know on your wedding day that everything is going to be just the way it should be. And that's whether you're a bride, a mother of the bride, bridesmaid, and then there's other times too, prom, homecoming. Alterations are important for all of those dresses. You always want the best look at the end, and we know that you want to feel good about that.
Yeah. So if you ever need help, even though that is not our skill set, we don't sew. I mean,
I don't get anywhere near
No.
good fabric with scissors.
No. But we've learned enough over the years that we can help and guide you, and we can point you to people that we know are great. We don't put together a seamstress list of people who we don't just Google it and come up with a list. What we do is they are all people we've had a relationship with, we've known them, or we've had referred by our customers who we trust that they did a great job on my dress.
Right.
So.
Right, there's nothing blind on there. We've had customers have experience with all of them.
And honestly, about half the list are people we know, too.
That's true, too.
So,
we do
through the years, we're petite girls, so we need things altered on a fairly regular basis.
Yes, we do.
So,
it's a wonderful thing having clothes fit you. I think that people sometimes, their eyes are open to that once they have something altered for their wedding. They're like, oh my word, I could have other stuff fit for me. And this could be a time to establish a relationship with a tailor that could make your rest of your wardrobe life like awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Absolutely. So, to our children, many great options.
Very many great options, yes.
Or, to those of you out there who have moms, who doesn't have a mom, go to Voyagers, pick them up an awesome gift.
I think next week, I'm hoping that we are going to get to show you some dresses from some new designers for us. And we're pretty excited about that. They are coming in next week, so if they're ready to show, we'll at least give you a sneak peek at that.
Yeah, by Thursday, not by Monday, but by Thursday, Rosemary and I should have some of our new. That's a private collection. So excited. New dresses, 2 private collections.
Yeah.
Yep, so about 7 new dresses. So if you haven't shopped lately, set up an appointment. And we are open on Mother's Day. We do have a few openings on that day. Saturday looks pretty full, but Sunday we do have some openings. So
awesome.
You want to come hang out.
Very good. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.